to the best radio show on planet Earth, SME, from 6 to 7 every Tuesday. We're truly undefeated and can't be beat. Even though the show is called SME, it's not just about me. We work as a team to build our dreams.
Hey, it's your boy, your host, King Vontae World, your host on the King Vontae World Show, episode 2. And today, my co-host uh for the that's Hall of Fame tier, for the Commanders, Daryl Green, for the Titans, uh I went with offensive lineman as well. I went with Bruce Matthews. For the Bengals, I went with Anthony Mo, Mo
Munoz.
Munoz. For the for the Jets, I went with Darrell Revis.
Uh-huh.
For the Panthers, I'm going with Luke Kuechly actually.
Yeah.
For the Raiders, I went with Charles Woodson. For the Cardinals, I went with Larry Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
For the Falcons, I went with Julio Jones. Buccaneers, I went with Derek Brooks. I think the previous tier was I might be missing this tier. Okay, the next tier is with of the Buffalo Bills is with Bruce Smith. The Saints I went with Drew Brees. The Eagles I went with Marty White. Broncos I went with John Elway. Steelers I went with Aaron Donald. The Packers I went with Aaron Rodgers. The Colts I went with Peyton Manning. The Chiefs I went with Patrick Mahomes. The 49ers I went with Joe Montana. The Patriots I went with Birdie. The Giants I went with Lawrence Taylor. And the Ravens I went with Ray Lewis. I guess Nico specifically. What do you agree and what do you disagree on and why?
I disagree on the or there's not anything I disagree on. But like, what was the first tier? Was that the Jaguars guy? Just only one person.
Yeah, I had a lineman.
What was that tier? What was that tier? The
Uh,
poverty tier.
no, the Hall of Fame's here because he's probably going to be a Hall of Famer.
So what's the next tier? You just
Top 100 in the Super Bowl era, which was Darrell Green, Bruce Matthews, and the Bengals offensive lineman. Then the next tier was top 75 in the Super Bowl era, which was Daryl Green all the way to Derek Brooks. Then the next tier was top 50 in the Super Bowl era, which was Bruce Smith all the way to um, next tier was All World from Jay Wild all the way to Breeze. Then we had the Legends tier, Reggie White and Bradshaw, the GOAT tier, Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Donald, and then the Kings, which was Peyton Manning all the way to Ray Lewis. But the rankings don't matter much as just me stating who's the best player for each franchise, if that makes sense.
mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Okay, next I'm gonna give my NFL and my NBA dynasty rankings. Uh,
It's available.
yeah, we're already here. Um, so at number 20, I have the 1948 to 1954 Lakers who won 5 championships and had 5 finals appearances. At 19, I have the 82 to 91 Commanders who won 3 Super Bowls that had 4 Super Bowl appearances. At 18, I had 1976 to 1983 Raiders, who won 3 Super Bowls and went to 3 Super Bowls. I had a little bit of fun with this. At 17, I had the Dwayne Wade and Pat Riley's Heat from 2005 to 2014, who won 3 championships. They had 5 appearances. Next, I had the 1980 to 1987 Celtics, who won 3 championships with 5 appearances. Next, I had the 2019, the current day Chiefs, 3 Super Bowl rings, 4 appearances. Next, I had the 92 to 95 Cowboys, 3 rings, 3 appearances. Next, I had the Kobe and Shaq Lakers from 99 to 2004, 3 rings, 4 finals appearances. At 12, I have the 74 to 79 Steelers, 4 rings, 4 Super Bowl appearances. I had a little bit of fun with this. So at 11, I had the Brady and Rob Gronkowski from 2011 to 2020, 4 rings, 6 Super Bowl appearances. 2014, I had the Warriors, who won 4 rings and went to 6 finals. I guess from 2014 to 2022, although they could sneak one more in if they get lucky. Then I had LeBron from 06 to, I guess, 2020, 4 rings, 10 finals appearances. Next, I have the 98 to 2014 Spurs, 5 rings, 6 appearances. Now, 7, I have Phil Jackson and Kobe Bryant's Lakers from 99 to 2010, 5 rings, 7 finals appearances. Then at 6, I have the Showtime Lakers, the Magic Johnson from 79 to 91, 5 rings, 9 finals appearances. At 5, I have the 49ers from 91 to 94, 5 rings, 5 Super Bowl appearances. I said 81 to 94. That's what I meant to say. At 4, I had the 56 to 69 Celtics, 11 rings, 12 finals appearances. At 3, I have Brady and Belichick's Patriots from 01 to 2018, 6 rings, 9 finals appearances. At 2, I have Brady's career from 2001 to 2020, 7 rings, 10 Super Bowl appearances. And number 1, I have the 90s Bulls, 6 rings, 6 finals appearances, three-peated twice in one decade. I guess, Nico, do you have anything you have anything you disagree on?
List.
Now let's talk about some teams who won two championships. 71 to 73. 13, they won more championships than this, but they didn't have to score this time. The 66 to 67 Packers won the 2 Super Bowls, won both of them. At 12, give me Peyton Manning from 2006 to 2015, won the Super Bowls and won 2. At 11, give me the 2005 to 2010 Steelers, won 2 Super Bowls, went to 3. At 10, give me the 69 to 73 Knicks, won 2 finals, 1 to 3. At 7, give me the 97 to 98 1-2. Me the 27 to 2011 Giants, 1-2, 1-2. At 7, give me a Keem from 85 to 95, 1-2. 1-2 finals and 1-3 finals and 1-2. I could have just said 94, 95 though. 87 to 90 Pistons, 1-1-2. Kobe and Gasol Lakers, 1-3, 1-2. From 07 to 2010. KD and Curry Warriors, 1-3, 1-2 from 2016 to 2019. Number 3, give me the Heat from 2010 to 2014. went to 4-1-2. At 2, give me the Taylor Johns, 6-9. I guess Nico, you got anything to say about this list? You want to
And it's a
proceed?
perfectly great list.
This is 1999. And then I guess if anybody wants to go after that, we're going to switch up. Um, yeah, so we're going to do. We're going to switch it up after this. I didn't include this season because it's very, very, very early in the year.
NBA.
Yeah. So for the 99-2000 season, my honorable mention is Jason Kidd. But at 5, I have Karl Malone. 4, I have Allen Iverson. 3, I have Kevin Garnett. 2, I have Tim Duncan. And 1, I have Shaq. For the 2001 season, honorable mention is Vince Carter. At 5, I have Kobe. At 4, I have Webber. At 3, I have Tim Duncan. At 2, I have Allen Iverson. At 1, I have Shaq. For 2001-2002 season, honorable mention is Dirk Nowitzki. But at 5, I had Jason Kidd. At 4, I have Chris Webber. At 3, I have Tim Duncan. At 2, I have Kobe. At 1, I have Shaq. For 2002-2003 season, the 03-04 season, honorable mention is Tracy McGrady. And at 5, I have Kidd. At 4, I have Tim Duncan. 3, I have Shaq. At 2, I have Kobe. 1, I have Kevin Garnett. 2004-2005 season, honorable mentions Kevin Garnett and Steve Nash. At 5, I have LeBron for that season. At 4, I have Allen Iverson. At 3, I have Dirk Nowitzki. At 2, I have Shaq. And at 1, I have Tim Duncan. Now, for the 2005-2006 season, honorable mentions is Tim Duncan and Steve Nash. But at 5, I have Shaq. At 4, I have Dirk Nowitzki. At 3, I have LeBron. At 2, I like that, the Kobe versus D Wade. For 06, for 2007, mentions of Carmelo Anthony and Gilbert Arenas. For number 5, I have Steve Nash. Number 4, I have Dirk. Number 3, I have Tim Duncan. Number 2, I have Kobe. And number 1, I have LeBron. Now for 07-08, honorable mentions Tim Duncan, but at 5, I have Kevin Garnett. At 4, I have Dwight Howard. At 3, I have Chris Paul. At 2, I have LeBron. At 1, I have Kobe. This is going to be a hot take for a lot of people. 08-09, honorable mentions Chris Paul. At 5, I have Dirk. At 4, I have Dwight Howard. At 3, I have Dwayne Wade. 2, LeBron. Kobe once again at number 1. 10. Mentions Dirk and Carmelo Anthony, but at 5 is Dwight Howard, 4 Kevin Durant, 3 Dwayne Wade, 2 LeBron, 1 Kobe. For 2011, honorable mentions Dirk Nowitzki and Dwayne Wade. 5 I have Derrick Rose, 4 I have KD, 3 I have Kobe. And because LeBron blew it with a more talented team, I'm putting number 2 for that season. Just based off of Wade, 3 Kobe, 2 KD, number 1 LeBron, 2012-2013 honorable mention Tim Duncan, 5 would be Chris Paul, 4 would be Dwayne Wade, 3 would be KD, 2 would be Kobe, number 1 would be LeBron, 2013-2014 honorable mention Stephen Curry, 5 Dwight Howard, 4 James Harden, 3 Chris Paul, 2 Kevin Durant, and 1 LeBron. 2015 honorable mention Kevin Durant because he got hurt. 5 Chris Paul, 4 Anthony Davis, 3 James Harden, 2 Stephen Curry, 1 LeBron. 2015-2016 Westbrook. At 4 Kawhi, 3 Kevin Durant, 2 Stephen Curry, 1 LeBron. for the 2015-2016 season. They saw LeBron in the playoffs. It was amazing. Mentions for 2016-2017, Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis. At 5, give me James Harden. At 4, give me Kawhi. 3, Curry. 2, KD. 1, LeBron. 2017-2018, Orange and Chris Paul. 5, Anthony Davis. 4, James Harden. 3, Stephen Curry. 2, Kevin Durant. 1, LeBron James. 2018-2019, Orange and James Harden. LeBron because he has injuries, and 1, Kawhi. 2019-2020, Arnold mentions Jimmy Butler, James Harden, Jokic. 5, give me Luka. 4, give me Kawhi. 3, give me Giannis. 2, give me AD. And 1 is LeBron. 2021, Arnold mentions Luka, Anthony Davis, and Jokic. 5, give me Kawhi. 4, give me Stephen Curry. 3, KD. 2, LeBron, and 1 Giannis. Honorable mentions for the 2022 season is Kawhi and Jokic. 5 is KD, 4 is LeBron, 3 is Luka, 2 is Giannis, 1 is Curry. Honorable mentions for the 2022-2023 season. Jimmy Butler. Number 5 is Curry. Number 4 is LeBron. 3 is Giannis. 2 is Luka. 1 is Jokic. In this upcoming season that just happened, got Jason Tatum as an honorable mention. But at 5, I have Curry. At 4, I have LeBron. 3, I have Giannis. 2, I have Luka. And 1, I have Jokic. I guess, Nico, do you have anything that you think should be different?
No, I think it's perfect. I mean, something I wouldn't remember, but I think from the last 5 years, I would agree.
Okay. Well, what do you think should be different?
Well, I think everything should be different because I don't I need to draw my memory back that far. All the things you said, I agree.
Okay. Anybody else have anything to talk about?
You want to
go on the camera?
Yes.
Okay.
The other room's open. Probably introduce yourself.
Hello. Hello, my name is Sun Lee. Nice to meet you all. Generally speaking, well, this is probably my first podcast, but I do things to say.
Oh God, this should not.
Though I do not really have much. I do want to say that I do want to discuss what we as humanity should do to those whom we are against. No. It's not a cliche. Constantly condemn them. I understand why we think condemning is a good thing, but we also need to get to the root, if you know what I mean. The root, as in, what should we do to them? We should help them understand what they did wrong and punish them. Punish because it can depend on the very what I mean by help is that we should help people understand what they did wrong, because learning mistakes is a very important part of learning from yourself and the others. I've seen numerous videos condemn others. Same for a lot of internet posts in general. Frequently condemning rather than without also helping the severity of the problem. It's not really that simple, but if we can help them become better at what they did, then surely the progress of the helping can proceed to the destined way. I don't my central point is that people have excuses. Again, it's not mean justifying. It just means that they are often put in a situation where they have often commit extremes due to their situation. They don't always do it. They don't simply do it for fun. Reminds me of the time. Reminds me of the time when, reminds me of the time when Osama bin Laden bombed in 9/11 due to a revenge for what the U.S. did to Iraq and the Middle East. It's not like Saddam. It's not like Osama wanted to kill people for no reason. Again, that is not excuse what he did. Learning about the history of the conflicts is important because others. And we must not simply be mistake friendly because many have learned from severe mistakes, even the harsh ones.
Fire John Harbaugh. So remember, Fire John Harbaugh is the champ.
Historically, the Greeks ostracized because feared.
What do you think is the biggest
Loans instead of partial loans to those who need a home. Because partial loans have proven to be problematic since they cause debt, high amounts of debt.
I think about mental health?
I think it's good to talk about heal from heartbreak in my life too. Like one thing I healed from is like fake friends, for example. I've had to heal from the crap every day.
What about you, Trey? What are your thoughts on mental health?
And remember girls are nicer than guys too in high school.
Nico,
Trey.
He's very good at having good mental health.
Do you think there should be more conversations about mental health, mental well-being?
I think so.
Yes,
And what is your reason why you think so?
because everybody needs somebody to talk to.
That's true.
a lot of the school shootings are often due to poor mental health and extremely easy access to guns.
What do you think can be done to prevent those school shootings?
We should give very strong gun laws, not just to check the criminal record, but to also check the mental health. We should also teach emotional health in schools in order to help people understand many cues and how things are more complex than they seem on the surface.
What about you, Nico?
About
Tiger? What do you think should be done to prevent gun laws in school, to prevent school shootings, pretty much?
I know what it should. I think what should happen.
Yeah, what should be done to prevent school shootings?
I need a strict law on how no guns allowed, like in a certain area near schools.
What about you, Charlie? What do you think should be done to prevent school shootings? Well, Tiger, what do you think should be done to prevent school shootings?
You better protect us.
Huh?
You better protect us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
really
Kana,
good.
that was
Yeah,
very
we
good.
need. Yeah. Although the problem is a lot of backpacks in general have metal in them, so an X-ray would be more sufficient, in my opinion.
Okay. What are your other topics?
Kana.
Regarding education, yeah, I have several problems regarding education.
Yeah, continue on your topics. What topics you have?
The history of the gun laws in the is not just the school shootings. Gun laws in general are not strong in the United States of America. It all originates during George Washington's rule when he ordered people to have guns or to defend themselves from danger. Problem is, they are not always relevant in all places of America, not to mention their extreme ease of access once you hit a certain age. I also think that gun safety in general is important to learn about since many can often be injured due to malpractice of gun usage or simply not taking the or simply playing with the gun like it's a toy.
That's never okay.
Guns guns in general can be used to protect, but we must ensure that those who want the gun have safety procedures and meet the requirements such as the mental health being healthy, their physical health being good, along with making sure that those with emotional issues will never lay their hands on a gun. Should they break the law, a fine of $10,000 will be ensued on the first offense. On the second offense, you will get up to at the third offense, you get probation and 10 days in jail. Actually, wait a minute. Actually, you know what? Maybe I did. Maybe you know what? Maybe if the fines are fine, because the stronger the punishment, the less likely people will be likely to commit it.
Okay. Do you have more topics?
Illegal immigration.
Okay.
Illegal immigration has been very problematic, not just in the United States, but also Europe as well. The main problem with the Biden administration revoking all of the law that Trump made is that without the border patrol, there are a lot of immigrants with criminal records have extremely easy access to the United States. One Turkish person even stated that Americans should be worried about how easy it is to cross the borders because there is no telling whether that person is good or not. Even from numerous countries, such as numerous Latin American countries, China, India, the Middle East, and a lot of other places, can go through the border without even a visa or at least a checkup. Because of this, they have reached much stronger benefits than the taxing citizens of the United States of America. This has resulted in many disapproving students' ideas of free immigration, along with an unfair how they, the taxpayers, could not even get enough money for the new after the hurricane, and yet they often give it to the illegal immigrants and other countries. Without the taxpayers, they would not even be able to even help the other countries in the first place, or they would be in larger debt, possibly leading to more internal conflicts. Debt is already a huge problem here in the United States. And one and one woman criticized Kamala Harris for not taking the immigration policy seriously enough when her daughter was killed by an illegal immigrant. A lot of illegal immigrants rape and kill those American civilians. According to Soft White Underbelly, an illegal immigrant knows what pays his taxes and works fairly. While
I have a question. Like, what are all the sources that are you getting this from? What are the sources you're getting this from?
the
What you
news,
said about the immigrants.
numerous news sources.
Okay. Are you getting it from anything else other than that?
Well, I also heard. Well, also YouTube.
Okay. YouTube can be per se. Guys, news sources can be correct, but sometimes they don't always tell the full story. You should look into articles and things of that nature.
Yeah, I do read. Yeah, I also read articles.
Like reliable articles, reliable sources. Library sources.
Academic.
Yes, academic sources. But continue.
Okay.
If you have any more. Or is that all you can think of for now?
I know. I just need a bit more time.
That's cool. I guess we're transition. Trey, you ready? You ready to speak?
The problem with
topics? I guess it's. Oh, you got one more thing to say?
the problem with using news sources is that they often put parts of the story, but not the whole story. They're also not deemed as accurate as academic sources, since they are not often peer-reviewed and can often lead to internal conflicts of information, making it very difficult to decide which is true and which is not true. Academic sources are often deemed the most accurate of all the sources. There's still a chance of them putting biased information that further increases their agenda.
Information.
Yeah. Academic
it's less likely academic sources. Because it's always somebody always has a perspective. It's always his side of the story, her side of the story, and somewhere down the middle is the truth. It's always like that with anything that goes on in the world.
Academic sources have been proven to be reliable, and many researchers still use academic sources because they do not believe in lying to their audience. They believe in solely speaking the truth. In reliable information that everyone can use, whether it be for a project, news, or any public speech, along with addressing some things that would otherwise be inaccurate, given that the academic sources have not been presented to them yet.
You got any other topics? Not really.
I have one more regarding the European immigration crisis. A lot of the illegal immigrants are from parts of Africa and most of all the Middle East. Many countries in Europe often face a huge influx of Middle Eastern migrants, with the main problem being that since they come with different cultures, the Muslim immigrants often force their beliefs and force the country to adopt to their culture, despite not being from here in the first place. There are also numerous protests regarding the illegal immigration and often the civilians cooperate with the government to help root out the immigrants causing the high rates of crime. One particular exception is Poland. Dami Tarczynski made a rule that no illegal immigration will be allowed in Poland. Historically, Poland has been invaded numerous times, and a lot of people have been killed, so Poland refuses to make that mistake again. Despite the EU forcing Poland to adopt their strategy, Poland still remains number one in lack of any debt. A lot of citizens also find Poland safe because of the hyper security measures. Some debate on protection because Poland for protection of the Polish civilians. Many although I think that communication is better. Although it can be hard to communicate if you do not understand the language of the said migrants. There might be a chance they might know some English due to country, but then again, not all the language and communication is often key, because if you don't have communication, it's really difficult. It's really difficult to come up with the negotiations. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, but I guess what are your thoughts on what you like that topic you just said? What is your opinion on it?
My opinion is that countries should have the right to protect their own country. Countries should have the right to protect their people and borders, because without safety, there'll be a lot of chaos and huge debt trying to fix the broken countries and cover the medical expenses of the people.
Yes, Trey, I guess it's your turn. What topics do you have? You can stay right there for now, please.
The role of art in social change.
I'm curious about it.
The role of art in social thing. I mean, art has been around for a long time. You know, there are different types of art. You have people who make designs, things of that nature. You have people who sing, people who rap. So, what type of art specifically were you talking? It really helps, involves people. You really get to see the creativity of humans with art. And then I, in my opinion, that's what he said.
Art is highly subjective, as it can appeal to the people. Also, there's often debate on whether or not artists should be credited for hard work.
Nico, what are your thoughts on what you just said?
I mean, I'll agree with that. But
What are your thoughts on art?
I think it's a good class.
He's referring to art in general.
Yeah, well, okay, art in general is good, yeah.
Well, what is your reasoning for thinking that?
Yeah.
What is your reasoning for thinking art is good?
Is it because it's stylized?
I just think it's a good. I think it's just a fun class. I feel. Well, fun class. I think it's stylized. Yeah, I think it's stylized.
Because of it's also because of the infinite possibilities only limited by your imagination that you can depict.
I don't think so. Wait, you don't really pick though.
Trey, what's your next topic?
The mentality, toughness of elite athletes.
You gotta be mentally tough when you any field you get in. You gotta feel like you are the baddest. You know what on the planet. So almost every athlete believes that they're the best, at least the best at their position. So if you play point guard, you be like ain't no point guard better than you. You play quarterback, ain't no quarterback better than you. You play quarterback, you most likely believe you're the best player in the world. Things of that nature. You gotta have the mentality of can't nobody beat me in the sport that I play. I don't even look at it like me. I've been at play-by-play sports broadcasting camps. I was one of the big superstars there. I was a sportscaster. I had the #1 solo show on that network. And I was still in high school, so I only had half the time the other dudes had. Overall, my show was barely only got second place because the guys who had more views than me, because they would do it all day, and they were an organization. At the end of the day, an organization can always beat one man. For the most part, I was just me doing a solo broadcast, and sometimes my cousin-in-law will come on. But I still had more music until the very end. And then I, radio intern at Powerful 4, and I did so well that the people in this building wanted me to take over the spot, which I wound up doing. Now I got a little radio equipment, and we're called Action Influence Radio Network. This is an internet radio station that I created, but my official job title is professional media coordinator / professional media supervisor. I'm one of the youngest, if not the youngest, of this position. Not in position at 20, just turned 21. So yeah, I'm a pro in media. So of course, officially a pro like media. So of course, I'm a thing. Nobody in the media can outdo me. Like I can beat anybody who's in the field because it's very hard in a position like this, especially a leader position. It's almost like the equivalent of being a point guard on an NBA team or a quarterback on an NFL team. Like it's really hard to get a spot like that. You gotta be one to get a spot like that. Yes, y'all two can answer his question. What was your question again? So they can answer it.
The mentality, toughness of athletes.
Oh, Nico, you should know this. The mentality and toughness of athletes.
Mentality toughness of athletes is like how they work out and like they get better and they learn from their mistakes and all that.
But how do they learn from their mistakes?
Learn from mistakes by not doing the same thing over and over again. So they change other things.
What do they change?
Like if they can't like bat well, then they'll change how they bat. Or if they can't like field well, then they'll change their fielding thing.
Okay. What are your thoughts on what he said?
On athletes being tough.
Yes.
I think athletes should also be careful because of the high risks of concussion to the brain. It doesn't always have to be strong concussions. It can also be weak concussions, depending on the physical contact. I also think regarding football, I also think that it should not involve tackling because concussions have been proven to damage the brain. Some of it even irreversible.
Yeah, that's true. Trey, what is your next topic?
Um, the future of sports medication.
I think the more we advance in technology, the more modern day medicine will help athletes return to the field very, very, very quickly. But it might get to the point to where people are thinking they're taking PEDs or with how fast they're returning because I know something just happened this weekend. Mahomes got injured versus the whole 4 to 6 weeks. Obviously because of the playoffs. But some people might think, oh, he might have actually took something, and the whole time it's just might be quicker. Yes, Ego, this is right up your alley, so. Hi, can you repeat the question for him? Sure.
Future of sports medication.
The future of sports medication. Nico, what are your thoughts on the future of sports medication?
I think it's great. I agree with like, everything you said. It was definitely good.
What is up with you?
I'm okay right now.
Are you feeling sleepy?
No, I'm okay right now. I'm okay though. I just had to stretch a
Oh,
little bit.
why do you think it's good or improving?
Say it one more time.
Why do you think it's good or improving?
Improving selecting. Improving what?
Sports medication.
Sports medication. So I'm tired right now. I think I like sports medication because if someone gets hurt, maybe using better sports medication could help them like heal quicker.
What are your thoughts on it?
I think, I think it could. I think it needs to be narrowed down to a specific kind of sports medicine because it can vary.
The spotlight can't always be on you. Just like the spotlight can't always be on you. Continue.
He's on him, right?
Yes, it's turn. Continue.
I think it can vary because sports medicine can also be like consumed medication, any rehabilitation program, and I think it'd be beneficial as long as you know what you're doing and what you need is probably diagnosed because incorrect diagnoses have been proven to be harmful in some cases. Harmful in many cases.
But what specific diagnosis are you talking about?
Let's specifically arthritis. For example, you might think it's okay to do a plank with arthritis. It's not. Instead, doing some stretches first can help alleviate the pain of the joints.
Okay. Trey, what's your next topic?
What's a good topic you have?
The impact of technology on sports performance.
The impact of technology on sports performance. I think it helps football players learn moves of the past. Like a lot of people looked at Stephen Curry's three, and a lot of people probably YouTubed it until they can get their own. It's probably help people feel a lot more things of that nature. Actually study and analyze the game to improve on the areas that they want to improve on. Nico, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, it's probably like to help other athletes like do like better like in their like in like the game like they're weaker in and like they gotta get better at. Like they say someone's not as good as like catching receptions, then like maybe they'll get better at that. Like Zay Flowers is great at that.
What are your thoughts on it?
Regarding the assistants,
You repeat the question. Can you repeat the question for me?
The impact of technology sports and the impact of technology on sports performance.
I think it might depend. For example, technology can detect and monitor the behavior of the athletes, making sure that everyone is well behaved.
Mm-hmm.
What is your next topic?
The business of sports sponsorship. This is my last question because I ain't got that money.
Okay. The business of sports sponsorship.
Yes.
I I think it's really helping athletes create more generational wealth, things of that nature. I think it's a good thing, especially for WNBA players whose salaries aren't that big, for them to get sponsorships and endorsements so they can have enough revenue to live a comfortable life is huge. Nico, what are your thoughts on what you just said?
I would agree. Like, I think living like a good life is like absolutely what you want. Like when it comes to making money, right?
Yes. What do you think? About the sponsorships.
If you're sponsored in like Nike or what's the other one, Under Armour, and you have a contract with them for like 10 plus years, then you can just make so much money and you can live a great life because you'll be like a multi-millionaire, like at least worth $100 million.
What are your thoughts on athletes getting sponsorships?
I think it can be beneficial for coverage, although they might get exhausted for the sponsorships because they have to be featured frequently. Or
What are your main reasons and why you think it's beneficial?
I think it's beneficial because you can earn money, and you can earn money from the sponsorship and help the brand. Depending on your status, you can either have a positive impact on the sponsorship or a negative impact on the sponsorship.
Nico, your turn now.
For
Your
Okay.
topics.
my topics.
Yeah.
So like my topic is
You're gonna switch seats. So you're gonna sit wherever you were sitting before, and you're gonna sit right here, but you're not gonna touch anything. Are you gonna sit right here? You gonna sit right here? But yeah, don't touch anything. What are your topics?
So my topics for today. Oh wait, let me turn this on. Does this turn on?
Vontae, is his microphone turned on?
I'm not sure. It's fine. Let's go.
You should turn on.
Yeah. Yes, turn it off. But yeah, tell me your topics.
So my topics are about sports and how the NFL playoff race is going to shake up. So I wanted to talk to you like about what you think is going to happen. What do you think is going to happen in the next 3 weeks of like seeding changes, like from like where they are right now?
I don't think too much is going to change. I think whoever wins this game between the Ravens and Steelers will win that division. Like I said weeks ago. I see Kansas City holding on to the 1 seed. They have a 2-point lead. Buffalo's probably going to be the 2 seed.
Yep.
And then whoever wins between the Ravens and Texans will be the 3 seed, which I think the Ravens will win.
I think so too.
The 4th, yeah, that's the seeding right there. And then as far as the 6 seed goes, it looks like the Chargers are going to be the 6. The Chargers and the Broncos are going to be a 6 seed, and the whoever's not the 6 seed will be the 7 seed.
Then what about the NFC?
We get the Broncos again. I would love for us to get the Broncos again.
Why? Because you think we'll win again?
we're destroyed. Or probably even worse than we did before.
What do you think score would be? If it was 41-10 last time, what do you think it would be this time if we were to play them?
Like 45-7.
Maybe. Well, because they have a rookie QB. Do you think we beat the Chargers if we played them at home?
Yes.
Maybe not as much though. But what about the NFC?
NFC is a three-way monster between Detroit, Minnesota, and the Eagles for the 1 seed. I think Detroit will end up getting that because they look like the most dominant team in that conference for the most part. And I think that Buffalo game kind of proves to me why the AFC is still the more than conference. It's more top heavy. I think the NFC is just loaded with a bunch of
That's what it's been like since 2020. I feel like
teams.
I feel like I agree. Like since 2020, it's been that way. What about
But really, the last 3 years.
Yeah, last 2022.
Yes.
Yeah. Since 2022, I mean, I would totally agree. What
I think whoever was that week 17 game between Detroit and Minnesota.
or 18, you mean?
Yeah, whoever was the last game between Detroit and Minnesota is going to win the division. And as long as they don't lose another game, whoever wins that game is going to be the number 1 seed. But if one of them winds up losing another game, Philly could definitely get the 1 seed.
Yes.
Washington is going to be in the playoffs. Green Bay is going to be in the playoffs.
What if the Commanders had lost to the Saints? Maybe
I
they
think the
would've made-
Buccaneers is going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, Falcons are poverty, but they beat the poverty.
The NFC West is really, really, really a toss up. But I think it's looking like it's going to come down to the Rams in Seattle.
I think so. I think the 49ers have literally no chance.
I would give it to the Rams. I'll take the
Yes.
Rams and make it. I think the NFC playoffs is going to be very, very, very interesting.
Yeah. What about for like what teams of all the 14 teams that ended up making playoffs? Which of them do you think have a chance to win the Super Bowl? Because I wouldn't say all 14 have a chance to win the Super Bowl. Which teams do you think have a chance to win the Super Bowl?
If you want me to be completely honest, I think it's either going to be Kansas City or Baltimore. If I'm going to be honest.
No, but what about all the Super Bowl like content? All the teams that you think can win, or like of all the teams?
I would say I only see Kansas City and Baltimore.
Who are other teams that
But
could win and all that you think could?
I still think it's highly unlikely, but
What other teams?
highly unlikely, but have a chance. It would be Buffalo,
yeah, that's what.
Houston, Detroit. I don't think it's unlikely. Philly, I still think it's unlikely as good as they are. Yeah, that's probably it.
I'll give you mine. Oh man, I need low battery.
Don't.
No, because of low battery.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give you mine.
Still don't think that is fine.
What I will go for is teams that I think have a chance to win the Super Bowl. I think the Chiefs, Ravens, Bills from the AFC, and from the NFC, Detroit and Philly. So I'll go for those 5.
Okay.
Or the Vikings are better than they were 2 years ago, right?
Yeah,
But still.
whatever topics whatever things you want to talk about.
Another topic I want to talk about is MLB free agency. Have you been hearing about it a lot?
What's going on in free agency?
Do you know a player named what's it called? Wait, do you know the Orioles got someone big? Do you know who Anthony Santander is?
Yes.
So like they signed Tyler O'Neill. Have you heard of him before?
Probably most likely.
Tyler O'Neill came from the Red Sox, who hit 31 home runs last year. He signed a 3-year, like $50 million deal with the Orioles. About like 10 days ago on December 7th, and since he's a right fielder, in Anthony Santander's most likely going to be traded. And then you got other big trades. You hear about the Juan Soto thing, right?
No.
No, that Juan Soto guy went to the Mets for like 50
Oh yeah,
years.
you told me. So
Yeah. So nice fish in New York and his new threads. And then you have who's that big? Let me think of another one. Well, I'm surprised that the Oakland A's are spending money now. Cause they used to never spend money.
yeah, I mean, you guys spend money to be good in baseball.
But it depends. Like some teams are always going to outspend you. Like the Yankees, Dodgers are always going to spend.
Yeah, and that's why they're in the World Series.
No, they weren't always. They don't usually win it usually. But there are teams that are
I'm
like,
saying, but that's why they're
This year.
always good.
yeah. Well, how come? Well, the Angels are bad every year and they spend a lot too.
And the Angels don't know how to execute talent. They had Otani and Mike Trout, and they still couldn't make the playoffs.
But they spend a ton of money. You agree, right?
Yeah, they still
do.
couldn't make the playoffs with Otani. Like
But they
Trout.
spend all the money in the universe because they're a big market. Who else? You know who's a good team that doesn't spend a lot of the Rays.
Yeah, I mean it's rare.
But you see other teams, the Guardians, Orioles are becoming that. Brewers. You see that those small market teams.
Yeah, gotta do it in the playoffs though.
They got to do it in the playoffs, but they're definitely a team that doesn't always spend. They're gonna spend more now. What's another topic? Let's talk about the CFP that starts on Friday, the college football playoff. Did you forget?
No, I have Oregon winning it all.
Again, but you need to make a bracket on ESPN.
Yeah, if I have time, but I have Oregon winning the championship. They've been undefeated all season. They look dominant all season.
What of these quarterfinal games not quarterfinals, first round games are the most exciting because you know they're on campus, right?
Yeah, yes, I know.
What do you think of these games Friday, Saturday are the best?
Give me a matchup.
Oh man, I can't. I don't see. The Wi-Fi doesn't work, so I can't. I'm gonna really try to think of it. Do you remember who's playing? I'm trying to remember. I need to remember.
I have Oregon winning the national championship.
Me too.
Overall.
I also think Georgia could win it all too.
What are your thoughts about the whole Alabama thing?
Alabama?
No, that's for football.
Oh.
The Alabama, not the state.
I know.
A couple years ago they made the college football playoffs where you could argue they probably shouldn't have made it.
When was that? I don't know if I remember.
That would be one game. But give me
gosh, that's incredible.
and then give me Oregon to win it all.
I agree. I would agree with all of that. I'll make my own bracket on ESPN tomorrow, and I'll do an ESPN bracket challenge. I need to do that.
Yeah, I just told you my bracket.
Yeah, well, I agree with that.
What
else?
What other topics you
What
have?
do you think? You watch college basketball? Have you done it recently? I've been watching it a lot, but I need to watch it more. There've been a lot of upsets early on.
A little bit. I know that Juju Watkins right now is looking like the best player
Cooper Flag was
in female college basketball. As far as I know Maryland is in female college basketball. Started off 10-0.
wow. They're usually very good.
And then you also got Mills college basketball. Oh, but over the past couple of years, and it might be because of over the past, I want to say year going on 2 years. Over the past year, maybe 2 years, women's college basketball has been getting more views.
Yeah, I know.
Than men's college in South Carolina. They get a little